Hello, my fellow dreamers. We are on part 2 of Awaken Your Inner Self. So if you haven't watched the first video, then you should probably go back and watch it. Okay, so let's get started. Dream archetypes are powerful and evocative symbols and patterns that emerge from our subconscious. These archetypes represent deeply rooted themes and emotions that shape our inner selves, often revealing hidden desires, fears, and challenges that may go unnoticed in our waking lives. By recognizing and understanding these archetypes, we can gain a greater insight into our own dreams and the themes that they represent. By exploring the patterns and the connections between our dreams and our daily lives, we can use dream archetypes to deepen our self-awareness, foster personal growth, and unlock the potential for transformative change. With the help of dream archetypes, our dreams can become a powerful tool for unlocking the secrets of our inner selves. Different authors and scholars have explored the concept of archetypes in various ways, and the following descriptions are based on the works of Carl Jung, Marie-Louise von France, I think I said her name right, Clarissa Piccola. These names are kind of crazy, but they can offer a valuable insights into the symbolism and meaning of our dreams. All right, let's get started. So, the shadow. This concept, shadow, is one of the most important archetypes in dream work and psychoanalysis. The shadow represents the darker and repressive aspects of ourselves that we often try to ignore or deny, as they may be considered socially unacceptable or simply uncomfortable to acknowledge. The shadow can manifest in dreams as a sinister figure, an animal, or a faceless character, representing the aspects of ourselves that we have repressed or disowned. It can also appear in our daily lives in the form of negative behaviors, thoughts, or feelings that we try to suppress or deny. Jungian, this is Carl Jung, or Jungian psychology suggests that confronting and integrating our shadow in our consciousness is crucial for personal growth and psychological health. By acknowledging and accepting our shadow, we can become more aware of our true selves and better understand our motivations, fears, and desires. This process of self-discovery can be challenging, and it requires us to confront the parts of ourselves that we've been avoiding. It can ultimately lead to a greater self-awareness and emotional balance, ultimately. The next one is Anima or Animus. This concept was introduced by Carl Jung again to describe the hidden and repressed aspects of the self related to gender, basically. The anima represents the feminine aspect of ourselves, and in men, it's the animus, which represents the masculine aspect of ourself. According to Carl Jung, these aspects are not necessarily based on physical characteristics, but rather on the psychological attributes that are traditionally associated with masculinity and femininity. Carl Jung believed that everyone possesses both anima and animus, and that these aspects play an important role in shaping our personalities and behaviors. They both manifest themselves in our dreams and fantasies, often appearing as idealized or stereotypical representations of the opposite gender. For men, the anima may appear as a beautiful, nurturing, or mystical figure representing the emotional or intuitive aspects of the self. Similarly, for women, the animus may appear as strong, protective, or wise figure representing the rational or assertive aspects of the self. Exploring the anima and animus can be a powerful tool for gaining insight into your own gender identity and exploring the balance of masculine and feminine qualities within ourselves. So the next one is the persona. The persona is a term used by Carl Jung again to describe the social mask that we wear in order to fit into society or to project a certain image of ourselves to others. It is the aspect of ourselves that we choose to show to the world, often in an effort to conform to societal expectations or to achieve a desired outcome. The persona can be seen as a necessary and important part of our identity because it helps us navigate social interactions and communicate with others in a way that is socially acceptable. However, it can also become a source of stress or anxiety if we feel that we must maintain this mask at all times, even when it conflicts with our true selves. In dreams, the persona can appear as a symbol or representation of the roles that we play in our waking lives. It can also be a way of our subconscious mind to bring our attention to the ways in which we may be sacrificing our authenticity in order to conform to societal expectations. By becoming aware of our persona and the roles that we play in our waking lives, we can start to question whether they are serving us well or holding us back from our true potential. Now, the self represents a unification of all aspects of the psyche and the achievement of wholeness and completeness within the individual. It can be seen as the ideal version of ourselves, the ultimate goal of personal growth and development. It encompasses all the other archetypes within it, and it represents a sense of balance and harmony within the individual. It is the realization of the individual's true nature and potential, and it's considered one of the most significant goals of individualization practice. Can't say that word that fast. So it also involves exploring and integrating all the aspects of the psyche, including the unconscious. The goal of this process is to achieve a sense of wholeness and completedness, and to become the best versions of ourselves. The realization of the self isn't an easy task. It requires all the personal effort, self-reflection, and introspection. It involves confronting, integrating the unconscious aspects of ourselves, such as repressed emotions, fears, and desires. Now, the trickster is an archetype in dreams that represents the part of ourselves that is spontaneous, playful, and mischievous. It is the aspect of the psyche that challenges authority, breaks the rules, and encourages us to think outside of the box. The trickster can manifest in dreams as a trickster figure or a prankster who plays mind tricks or games on the dreamer or others in the dream. The trickster can be seen as a source of creativity and innovation because it encourages us to approach problems and situations in new and unconventional ways. It can also be a reminder to not take ourselves too seriously and to have fun in life. However, it's important to note that the trickster can also have a negative connotation, as it can lead to deceit, manipulation, and even destruction if not kept in check. In interpreting dreams with the trickster archetype, it's important to ask ourselves what part of our lives is in need of a playful or unconventional approach. It's also important to consider the potential consequences of our actions and ensure that our playfulness and mischievousness are not causing harm to ourselves or others. Now, the wise old man or woman archetype is one of the most significant archetypes in dream analysis. It represents the wise and experienced aspect of the self and is often seen as the inner guide or mentor that helps us navigate life's challenges. This archetype can take many forms, such as grandfather or a grandmother, a teacher, a guru, or a spiritual leader. The wise old man or woman is characterized by their knowledge, their wisdom, and experience, and they often provide guidance and advice to the dreamer. In dreams, the old man or woman archetype can appear in a variety of contexts. For example, they may appear as a figure who provides the dreamer with wise counsel or guidance on a particular issue or problem. Alternatively, they appear as a figure who represents the dreamer's own inner wisdom and knowledge. This is going to help the dreamer to gain insight into their own situation and make better decisions. One of the key aspects of this particular archetype is their ability to help us navigate life's challenges. By providing us with guidance and wisdom, this archetype can help us to make better decisions, solve problems, and overcome obstacles. They can help us see situations from different perspectives and provide us with the clarity and insight we need to move forward. Now, the next one is the child. The concept of the child archetype in psychology, at least, is based on the idea that we all carry within ourselves an aspect of our psyche that embodies innocence, wonder, and potential. This archetype is not limited to childhood, but rather represents a state of mind that we can access at any age. The child archetype is associated with spontaneity, if I said that correctly, creativity, and the sense of wonder and awe at the world around us. It also often is linked with the beginner's mind, which refers to openness and curiosity, we have when we approach something for the first time. Without preconceived notions or expectations, this archetype can also represent our deepest desires and needs, as well as our vulnerability and dependence. It can manifest in our lives through a love of play and a sense of adventure, and a willingness to take risks and try new things. At its best, this archetype will help you maintain a sense of innocence and wonder, even in the face of life's challenges and difficulties. However, when the child archetype is overactive or underdeveloped, it can lead to problems such as impulsiveness, negativity, or even the inability to take responsibility for one's actions. Over-identification with the child archetype can also lead to a sense of entitlement or a reluctance to grow and mature. Now, it's really important to know that it's common for people to have different archetypes in their dreams, or multiple, like me. I definitely have a bunch of them. This is because dreams often reflect different aspects of the self, and these aspects can manifest in different archetypes. For example, someone who may have a dream where they encounter both the shadow and the anima or animus, or a dream where they interact with both the wise man or woman and the trickster. Now let's talk about how to use these archetypes to interpret our dreams. One way is to identify which are present in the dream and then reflect on their meanings and associations. This can be done by asking questions such as, what does this archetype represent to me? How does it relate to my current life situation? And what emotions or thoughts does it evoke in me? For example, if a dream contains an archetype of the hero, one might reflect what qualities or characteristics the hero embodies, or how these might relate to the dreamer's own sense of self and journey. If the dream contains the archetype of the shadow, one might reflect that or on what parts of themselves or their lives are being suppressed or ignored, and how these might be impacting their overall well-being. Here's a perfect example of how I record my dreams. I write them down on that little notebook I mentioned in my last video, right next to my pillow when I sleep at night. And right when I wake up, I put them in my phone and I kind of like categorize it based off of the archetype that I noticed. So get your pen and paper ready to take down some tips and exercises on how to identify and work with archetypes in our daily lives. Number 1, keep a dream journal. Not that hard. Recording your dreams can help you identify recurring dreams, symbols, and characters that may represent certain archetypes. This can give you an insight into your unconscious and help you understand how these archetypes are playing out in your life. Number 2, practice active imagination. This involves focusing on an image, symbol, or character from your dreams or imagination and letting it guide you through a meditative state. This can help you connect with and explore the various aspects of yourself represented by these archetypes. Number 3, reflect on your reactions to others. Pay attention to how you react to people in your life, particularly those who triggered strong emotions in you. These reactions can provide clues as to which archetypes are in play. Use tarot cards, and this is number 4. Use tarot cards or oracle cards. These tools can provide a representation of archetypes and help you explore their meaning and how they may be relevant in your life. Number 5 is engaging in creative expression like painting, drawing, or writing. This can help you connect and express the different aspects of yourself represented by these archetypes. Number 6 is seeking out therapy or counseling. They can help you explore and understand the archetypes at play in your life and provide you guidance on how to work through them in a healthy, productive way. Overall, dream archetypes can be a powerful tool for gaining insight into our daily, or I would say inner selves, and unlocking the true potential for transformative change. By understanding the different archetypes and their meanings, we can use them to interpret our dreams and twerk it. So if you found this video helpful, please comment in the comments below, please. I'm starting to stumble over my words because this video is so long. So I want to hear about your dreams. I want to hear about your journey. Don't forget to hit the bell icon, like my video, subscribe if you want to see more, and thank you for listening.